Hey there, YouDoers. Hey, want to share with you something that just happened to me last night. Just came out of nowhere. I was driving and I made a right turn on a street and I heard like a scraping noise that I hadn't heard before, and it was kind of all of a sudden. I did notice, and I was driving the highway, it sounded like I heard some kind of wind noise, but so maybe these are correlated. But anyways, I heard the scraping noise making a right turn, which I had not heard earlier on the start of my trip or my drive. So when I did finally get home, I looked at my wheel well because it was coming from the left front tire. And so what I did was I looked at my tire well, right, my wheel well. Actually, so this is the left wheel well again. So I turned to the right, so you can see what was happening. My tire's scraping against the plastic piece right here. You can see how it's scraping against it. That's what's making the sound when I'm turning particular right. And also I think I noticed it when I hit bumps on the highway, like just a brief noise. Okay, so let's go look inside the left wheel well, front left wheel well, and first thing I noticed was this area here, which was cut out, or not cut out, like I don't know if it's worn away. And what I noticed here was the clips right there. So see this clip right here, that hole, it's missing the clip. And then same with up here, up there's one there too as well. All right, and when I go down here, there's one missing down here, right here. There's one missing there. And so if I push this out here like this, you can see where the clip goes in right there. And these are all missing. So I need to reposition. So right there, there's another one. I need to reposition this up like this. And same with up there. And I think what's happening is somehow this got pushed out, and I think maybe I hit a rut in the road and it pushed this whole plastic piece up and broke them all out. And that piece is seems kind of messed up too. It's hitting part of the wheel structure or the frame. So you're gonna see let's go check out the other side. Let's go over the other wheel well. The right wheel well. See, this is what it's supposed to look like. As you can see, there's a clip right there. Let's see it. See how it's clipped in there? There's a clip there. There's a clip up there. Okay, so you can see how it's all clipped in. And look how this is tucked. Right, it's tucked straight, not slanted, not tilted. So somehow I think what happened must have hit a curb, or maybe sometimes you drive up on a curb when you're parking and it scrapes it. So just be careful of that, because that can be pulling out your clips. All right, YouDoers, I've been looking at this more here, and let's go in here. Hopefully you can see it on the camera side. Okay, so this panel here, the other side would see how it's hitting against this wheel, part of the wheel system. I don't know what it's called, but it shouldn't be hitting against there like that. So I won't mess with this too much. But I ordered some parts to clip it back in. So I think, again, YouDoers, what happened here with this wheel well, so I'm guessing what happened is sometimes I park my car on the curb. You can see, oh, look at this. It's hitting against the curb right here. Hitting a rut in the road. That happened on that side too. And broke this clip here. You can see this is broken also. I think what's happening, the air sound, is the air's coming up here and then creating more noise, and then it's rubbing against the other side. So when you park on a curb by a curb. Be careful, you know, when you're parking in a parking lot or something. Don't go too close to the curb. You can see how it's rubbed out here. You think backing out's okay. The scraping, just make sure you didn't break this thing. So I'm gonna try to fix it somehow. Frustrate you doers, but we'll get things done, you know. It's not pretty, but I'm gonna try to show you what I'm doing here. So this thing broke down, and what I realized, it unclipped somehow here, even though the clip hole is intact. Can't see it anymore, but somehow it broke off. The clip still works, so maybe it's right there. The clip hole is still there. Someone got pulled down. This one's broken, somehow torn off, and this is torn off, and it's separated from the main piece. So you can see this whole area is kind of messed up. So that's probably what the air sound is coming through here, but then it's probably got caught in this thing right here and pulled it out or something. I'm guessing, but this is all broken up. Actually, this is two pieces, looks like here. Yeah, these are two separate pieces. But somehow it got separated from the body here. So this part's intact. This is good. Back to the left wheel. Well, let's see see that right there. Right there. So that's what wore out. Somehow, it's kind of a weird shape. Like, what is that? I'm not sure how it wore exactly like that out, but that's what it did. It's not. So this is supposed to be like this, and then this guy here is supposed to be like this. Okay, so then that down there. Oh, I repositioned. Okay, so that's straightening out. So somehow when I pulled that down, so now this is all connected. Let's go down here. So this piece is connected to this down here. Right here. Okay. So remember I pulled this guy back in? Okay, so now this is all making sense. Alright, you doers, this is how you figure things out. Okay, so let's zoom back out. Back out here. Okay, so this guy here, see this? See this little flap here underneath your car? It's all broken off here. It's just supposed to be up here like this, pulled in. Okay. This connects to this right there. You see that? That's what I was pulling on. And that pulls on this, which is why that was pulling, touching that. So when it's not only clipping it here, it's pulling this back. So okay, I think we got this. I think we can do this, you doers. So I heard some clips, but they won't be here till Wednesday. Okay, so again, you doers, I think I know what happened. I'm gonna stop the video here. Okay, so what I'm going to do to fix it is one, I'm going to turn the wheel to the left. And when I turn the wheel to the left here, I'll be able to see inside the well, and I can show you what I'm going to repair. So let me show you my tools that I'm going to use here. One, I got a pair of scissors. Two, I got my glass cleaner, which you may have seen in my other video, which I used to clean the back of my car before I painted it. Just a non-ammonia-free glass cleaner. I got this waterproof patch and seal Gorilla brand. I like the other Gorilla brand tape that I have, but I wanted to get something stronger. Got it in black. I do have a clear version, but I got it in black just so you can't see it. And I got some retaining clips on Amazon, and I'll try to put the links in the description. Okay, so let me show you how I'm going to repair this here. Okay, so I'm going to turn the wheel the other way. So I turn the wheel the other way. I'm going to show you what's in the wheel well. What I'm going to do, I bought these clips to fix the clips, but there's spaces where I can't fix the clips, and I also want to seal that hole. So this is real time. I've never done this before. So let's get things done, you doers. And please like and subscribe. Please support my channel. I'm just here to help people get things done. You may not exactly have this problem, but it may be something similar, so maybe this will give you some ideas. Okay, so I'm going to repair that clip. I'm going to use the clips to fix that hole right there. Okay, and I'm going to put the same clip through the plastic and through that spot right there. I'm going to clean off and tape. I'm going to clean off and tape the wheel well here, just because I don't want air flowing through there. And I'm going to fix the retaining clip way up there, right there, that goes into the hole back here, right there. Okay, so there's the hole I'm going to line that up on. That should fix that. Alright, YouDoer, so what I'm going to do again is I'm going to put the clips in here, and I'm going to repair that, clean off that hole, and put this tape over it. And then I think I'm going to examine the bottom, and you probably use some of this to fasten some of the plastic under there, because the screw holes are definitely not in good shape. But bottom line is, I don't want this rubbing against here anymore, and I'm going to pay more attention when I'm parking. Alright, YouDoers, let's get things done. Alright, so first I'm going to open up this Gorilla tape, you know, a Gorilla sealant. This is what it looks like. So put this on here. I'm gonna leave this bottom part, because now I can put it down without picking up debris. This is what it looks like close up. Very shiny stuff. It's probably pretty thick. Yeah, this is the sticky side here, and this is the other side. Alright, so next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to clean off this little hole here. My spray. So I'm just going to use this glass cleaner right here. Just anonymous. When you clean, you get the Depot or somewhere else. Put a link. I think they have this on Amazon, but put a link. I bought this at the Depot. Well, I was there. If you watch my video on painting my van to fix the peeling paint problem, I just want to keep, I want a good surface pipe, right? I'm just going to clean off the debris. Pipe's the cleanest it's ever going to be. You can see there, actually it's not as dirty as I thought it would be. Oh, okay, so it's got aqua, water, alcohol, and also some organic chemical compounds, propane, butane, sodium nitrate, T-butyl alcohol. Okay, so it's what's in this thing. Alright, so now, okay, it's dried off pretty fast, so I'm going to patch it up. It looks pretty dry. I'm going to grab some of this here. I'm just going to check it out. We've got a lot. I don't rather have too much and too little. So it looks like I can just do something like that. Okay, alright, so I cut a piece of this patch off. Just gotta be careful. I think this is really sticky, so I'm just gonna patch it right over this hole. Okay, and may not be necessary, but I don't want unnecessary air going through the wheel well. Okay, there. So there you go. It's really sticking to my fingers. I'm gonna zoom in here. Hope you can see me patching it up. There it is, right there. Now I'm gonna put the patch on. Alright, so I'm just gonna put it from the top to bottom. Sort of angled, so I'm gonna angle this a bit. Push it down with my hand. Pretty pleased with that. Alright, there we go. We got this nice patch on. This is solid. Just push down on here, right? Okay, next step is we're gonna take my retaining clips here, and we'll replace the missing retaining clips in there. Let's do that next. Alright, so these retaining clips come in two pieces. This is the part that you insert into the hole, and then this portion goes in like this, and then you push it, and then what happens is it locks. Okay, what happens is it locks right here on through there. Okay, almost like those things those anchors you put in a wall. So this then expands out and it can't get out, and then to remove it, if you needed to remove it, so I bought this set of 20 clips, and it came with this little tool here that you can use when you want to remove it. You have it's in like this, farther down. I'm not going to push it. It'll be locked in there, and then you just stick this underneath it, and then you pop it out like this. So I don't have this tool, so it was great. Pretty cheap price. I got this tool too, and I can use it for other areas of my car. Okay, so let's fix these two holes here. I'll show you how to do it. It's pretty simple. I hope. I've never done this before. So I'm gonna fix that right there. Hopefully the camera won't get in my way. I have it already prepared, so I prepare it like this, and I'll just stick this into the hole, and then push this part in so that it expands the bottom. I've never done this before. Right there, there's the hole right there. So I'm gonna push it right through there, okay? And here we go. There, so I put it in. Alright, so it's in there. It's in the hole. I'm gonna take this other part here. Take this part right here. I'm going to push it in the rest of it. And push it in so it's locked. There. Alright, let me show it to you now. Hopefully you saw that. It's quite the battle. It's not a ergonomically friendly thing here, so let me zoom in. I got that clip in. What I did was I lined up the hole, and I put this first clip in like this to the hole. It held it there without moving. And I slid this piece into this piece right there. Okay, so I just did that. And I pushed it and locked it down. So as you can see, that's what it looks like. So to remove it, one day I need to remove it, use this tool here. So now I'm going to do this one up there. And find it right there. Just be careful when you're doing this. These aren't like very solid. You know, what happens is it bent because I didn't line it up properly, so I just got a new one. It comes with 20, so I don't mind. And I'm also learning as I'm doing. Here, put it in. It fit okay. Alright, that's a little tight. Take it in this hole here. I'm gonna see how tight this is. So I'm going to take one of these and put it in the actual hole itself. There you go. Alright, YouDoer is getting late here. It's taking quite a long time to get this in, but I found there was another hole up there, and that one also was too small, and I basically had to try to jam it in there. And it's in there, but now this piece definitely will not go in, so I don't know what's going on. On the lower one here, it fit perfectly, so that's great. It's nice and secure now. So I think I'm going to have to go to plan B. I'm going to have to just use this right here. That'll hold it up definitely, but it's not how it's supposed to be. But I'm guessing it needs the next size down. Again, I'm perplexed to why they would have two different kinds of retaining clips, two different sizes for the same setup. Doesn't make any sense to me. But just to let you know, take this little plastic cover off. You may need two different retaining clips because the holes inside on the metal frame are different. There was one down here that worked great. There's one up there, and then there's one over there that does not fit. Alright, so again, what happened was there's my tape with the hole. That retaining clip right there fit in, no problem. Right size, clipped in, it's pretty secure. I then tried to do that guy right there. Would not fit into the metal hole. I then found another one up here, right there. Right there, that guy right there. I jammed it in there. It's in there, but I had to force it, really force it in there, and the other part will not go in, and I probably could pop that off pretty easily. So I'm just going to clean out some of the area and just put a few pieces or a couple pieces of Gorilla sealing tape, and it should hold it fine. But it's in much better shape now in terms of the positioning. Alright, so I'm just putting tape on it. I just pulled this clip off so you can see. This is what it looked like when I was trying to jam it in there. So this is pointless, right? So this is what it looks like when I try to put it too small. The hole, I don't, again, I'm kind of disappointed. But as you can see here, let me show you what I'm doing instead. I am putting tape right there, and that is some serious tape. So I can tell you that this Gorilla water sealant tape is quite strong. So the other hole is right above it. So if I can't get it replaced, I'll just cut. Probably can't remove that too. I'll just cut that out at the joint, and then I'll just get a new retaining clip. But for now, that holds well, and I'll put a piece up top, up here as well to do that. So there you have our YouDoers. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. Make a judgment. At least I got one retaining clip in there. Okay, so now we've fixed that part as well. See, I'm underneath the car now, and I'm gonna fix this part here, which was drooping down somehow. This screw bolt came out. It was supposed to be in this hole here, right here. It just broke off somehow, and this guy came out from out of here. And I think this rough spot is from it dragging on the ground or something like that. So I'm just gonna put this back in like this, in this hole, and then I'm gonna put some Gorilla tape on this, and they can cut it off as needed. And make sure this is fastened up top as it should be. Like this. Hey there, YouDoers. Hey there, YouDoers. I'm gonna show you something real quick. One thing I learned is the Honda Odyssey 2014 has different size retaining clips here, I call them. And so I originally, and I'll show you in the video, I originally bought these clips here. And these are, I think, 1 centimeter or 10 millimeter clips. That's the width of this bottom part here, right here. That goes in the hole, that fits into a 10 millimeter hole, and it didn't fit. And I didn't realize there were multiple size clips, and so I figured it out. I did some research, and I realized I needed a 8 millimeter clip, so I bought these right here. And I'll put the part number, I think, on the screen so you can see what it is. If you want to research it, I looked it up and was able to find the part number, and then did a Google search and able to find these on Amazon, and I can put a link in the description to what I purchased. There's different versions. They're not very expensive. This is a pack of 20. So let me fix this right now and show you how it's done, and also show you some of the other things I discovered, because this has not been a simple process for me. I will share clips of the videos of me trying to fix it initially and getting a little frustrated at times. And also there's one clip that I used. I actually used this 10 millimeter clip in one area, and it fit, but then the other holes didn't fit. Bottom line though is I'm trying to fix this in place, and I'm going to do that right now. I didn't have the right clips, so I just decided just to tape them down, which works, but I am going to put the proper clips on. So I'm going to just add these 8 millimeter clips in that spot, and there's actually another spot back somewhere over here. Right, let me just show you the 2 size clips here. So originally I had purchased these guys right here, this 10 millimeter clip here, right here, right, and this is what I needed. This 8 millimeter clip. So you can see the difference in size. I was actually trying to force this in there, and it did not work very well. So you can see here's a couple that I tried to force into the 8mm hole, very damaged, and so it does not work. So the correct clip to use is an 8mm clip, and I'm going to put it in here. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this tape off. It's very tight. It's really sealant tape. Let's see if I can get it off. There. Okay. I got that loose. Okay. Alright, so now I'm going to take one of these here. I'm going to line up the hole here. So you can see I have to move this. So there's a hole in this here. I have to line this up. Like right up there. Here we go. It's a little difficult for me because the camera's in my way. I gotta try to line this up with a hole here. I think I got it. Push in the hole and seal it. There you go. So hopefully you saw that. My arm might have been in the way, unfortunately. So I just lined it up in the hole and I popped it in there, and it is nice and secure. Look at that. Alright, it's much cleaner than having this piece of tape. I could keep that on there, but I'm just going to keep it loose for now. So I got that one on, and now there's another one up top. Okay, now the other one is right there by that, see that piece of tape up there? That's the other one here. So again, I used a piece of tape to try to hold it there. Managed to pull it off. So let's see if it's lined up. I want you to see it. I'm gonna in your way. Okay, there. So I'm putting in this hole. I'm gonna try to maneuver it. There. So what I did was I put it through the first part of the hole, the actual the plastic, and then I can line it up on the back end. I think I got it in there. Push it in here. So I'm just going to push it in like that. Okay, there. It's in. It's tight. Just put it in. So that's one right there. There's the other one up top here. And then again, this one here is a 10mm clip. Alright, that's all you do. Now it's all fastened. Pretty solid. Pretty happy with it. Very cheap repair. And now hopefully it won't move around anymore. There. So I snapped it in there, you can hear it. Alright, actually I was fighting it more than I needed to. So what I did basically was I put the tip of the clip through the plastic part of the hole, and then I just angled it towards the other hole, towards the metal hole, and it fit perfectly. I didn't have to push or anything like that. It just slid in. So I was really overworking it. So now there you can see it's pretty well stuck. Alright, YouDoers, so there we go. I replaced 3 8mm retaining clips, I call them, in my left wheel well that had come loose somehow, and then there were some other broken, separated, covers underneath the engine that were slid off too, and it's all attached, right, or related, and so it just causes the whole thing to shift. But I use this 8mm clip here. Originally, I bought these 10mm clips right here, similar look and feel, but definitely wider. These are diameter. Alright, so I tried to use the 10mm clips. I jammed it in there. So if you're getting resistance and putting in those holes, it's the wrong size. Hey, YouDoers, I'm going into the car here again. So last time I tried to repair it using this Gorilla Tape, and I think it's just too messed up down here. can see somehow this bolt got broken off here. It may have been when I backed the car up onto a curb and it ripped it out. And then I think what may have happened is that just caused other problems, and that's why the wheel well then had problems, because this is all connected. But I was able to push this back up and it seems to be staying in place. I think I'm going to have to make a better attempt with the tape. I may have to clean the surfaces off better, and really did this in haste. So bottom line is, just be careful when you're pulling up onto a curb or hit a pothole or something. You might get caught up in here and then pull it back or something. I'm thinking that's what happened. Again, this is not pretty down here, but I'm glad I secured the top part better. And then I'll just deal with this bottom part. Maybe I can find the better. Yeah, I think I can tape this better. Let me try to do that actually, and I'll let you see how it looks. I push this back into place. I can't fix this part, but I've used this Gorilla sealant, water leak sealant stuff, and put a good solid piece on there, 2 pieces, and hopefully that'll work. All right, so now it's pretty well in there. Just need to be careful about driving. It looks like it's pretty solid now. So just, once everything's solid, but once something breaks, it weakens the whole system. So just take care of your vehicle, and it'll take care of you. One thing I didn't do here when I was fastening this is, I noticed there was as I noticed before, there's a if this clip obviously came off here, which I noticed before when I initially was fixing it, but once I pushed everything back in place, I forgot about it. So I'm going to go ahead and replace this clip here so that it's secured down. But it's pretty secure now. Now that I've fixed this area here, it's tightened this whole setup. But I'm going to go and fix this clip. So I'm going to remove this clip here, right here. So I'm going to use a tool to remove it. Okay, so I'm going to remove this guy right here. So I can do it. So I've got this clip removal tool. Use it to pop it out, because see what size it is. Okay, so I popped this one out here. This looks like this guy here. Okay, so this is my 10 millimeter one, which I thought was the incorrect ones, and actually I need them, because this is what the 8 millimeter guys look like, and this is what I just popped out of there. So let's see, where is it? And this is what I just popped out of there. So this hole right here looks like it is a 10 millimeter 1 centimeter clip here. So good thing I have these. So let's see. Let's see here. Yeah, that fits perfectly. So I'm guessing that other clip that I thought was that was at the bottom of the wheel well was actually supposed to be 8 millimeters, but I think there's a transition to the fender, the bumper, that goes to it, that starts it as a 10 millimeter clip. Because if I tried, so let's see here. So here's let's see if I use the 8 millimeter clip. It's loose. Okay, it might work, but it's not the right clip. I don't think it's the right clip. So I'm going to put this 10 millimeter clip in here. I'm going to put it through the hole right up there. I put this 10 millimeter clip in here like this. Line up the back with the hole. See there. Snap it through. Okay, now I'm going to put the other part through there. Take this part right here, put it into the hole. Put my hand up here. It's hard to do this with one hand. Alright, so now I'm holding it down. There. It's locked in. Okay, you saw it there, so perfect. So I believe when I've read stuff that the 10mm is for the fender, the bumper, and the 8mm for inside the wheel well. So I did do it correctly. You need a combination. As you can see, it's all tight now. We're getting things done here, so we're done. Alright, YouDoer, so we put together back the wheel well and the undercover. I actually had to end up using both these 8mm clips, which I used here in the wheel well, and then the bottom part of the wheel well I ended up using the 10mm clips. And I'll put the links to both the clips that I have for these. So if you want to get those, you can get them. They're not OEM parts or anything like that. So this is what I pulled off at the bumper. I guess this is probably OEM. And this is the one that I replaced it with. That notice that this one that was on my van has some sort of metal piece in here, right there. And the ones I purchased online do not have that. Alright, like and subscribe, YouDoers. Let's keep getting things done.